my channel and to this week's plan with me video. This week we are planning August 5th through to August 11th. Today is August 11th. Now, as per usual, before I jump into the kit that I'll be using this week, I'm just going to do a quick flip back to last week. That is still blank because I haven't had a chance to fill it in yet. But this is a gorgeous Planning Roses kit, and I used the rose gold foil for this one. I think it's really, really cute. On to this week, I'm actually using a kit that I got gifted for my birthday from Vicky Plans. I will link her below if you haven't seen her channel before, although she is pretty well known nowadays. And it does say in here, so this is clip art from Plush Paperie, I think, or she had kits from Plush Paperie. Okay, so she had gotten me this kit because she knew that I enjoyed the clip art from the Plush Paperie's kit that she had hauled. So she actually purchased me this mini kit from Happy Honeybee with the same clip art. So I will link both of those stores below. So as mentioned, this is a mini kit. So these are your full boxes. Very wintry, very blue, pastel, snowy and pink, which is perfect for this week because this week in New South Wales or in Sydney in general, it has been so icy and windy. There was like some polar blast or something. So I thought this was the perfect kit to use. So those are your full boxes. Your half boxes, you've got some scripts and icons here, some page flags, some flat lays, some quarter boxes, some little decorative style icons. You have your today's, to-dos and littles headers, some glitter headers, your date dots, which I have already put, date headers, which I have already put date dots on. Habit tracker, some build you stickers and just some more small type little things boxes. Bottom washi and checklists and functional type washi. So, going to be a very interesting plan this week because as you all know, I am a no white space planner. So I'm going to bring in some functional things. I'm going to bring in some headers, some glitter headers from Scribbleprints Co. And a bunch of my favorite functional shops. So we'll have things from Stella Bow, Sticker Thief, those sorts of stores. But I will run through that when we get to that stage. So with that in mind, guys, I'm going to get straight into it. I am going to do the same as I did with the last plan with me, just because we do have a lot to do in preparation for going away next week, and I have a haul video that I want to film for you guys after this, so I'm going to speed through everything and then come back to you guys at the end. So yeah, let's get into it. I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay guys, we are back and we are done. So, I just realised I forgot to put my little character sticker in the corner there, so bear with me just a second. Oh guys, it's getting so close to my holiday. I'm so incredibly excited, it's not even funny. See, I've even been alternating which side little girlie goes on yet. So she's on the same side as the munchkin, but you know what? YOLO. I still don't have countdown stickers either, but whatevs. Alright, so let's do a little bit of a wiggle first. So we've got a bunch of goodness in here. And a whole mishmash of stickers, a whole mishmash of washi. But overall, I think it's pretty cute. So, let's talk over everything. So, like I mentioned, the date headers were from the kit. The date dots are from Arctic Paper Studio. They're just a beautiful silver foil. The page flags are from the Scribbleprintz Co. And we'll jump into the sidebar. So, sidebar. I just have a cute little star overlay there from Scribbleprintz Co. Really, really pretty. Everything in the sidebar apart from the icon, oh no, actually, no, let's just stop there. I realized that what I was going to say is incorrect. Okay, so as per usual, I'm marking my social media. So I've got a cute little Coffeemonsterzco emoji marking my Instagram followers and a little Once More with Love munchkin marking my YouTube followers. I've then put in a little fox and cactus girl, as I have been doing the last couple of weeks, to mark that it is almost holiday time. So this time next week I will actually be in Fiji and I cannot wait. I'm so super duper excited. And I've actually brought in, so a lot of the functional boxes throughout the spread are actually Stella Bow. So as per usual, good old faithful, I've brought in my favorites. This is a functional box from Stella Bow, and then I've brought in an old checklist from a leftover sheet that I had from a Wednesday planning kit from a while back, just to mark in my happy mail. I did get something else, but I can't remember what it was, and I don't even know where it is, so I can't even tell you. So on to Monday. As usual, I have bought in my little Scribbleprintz Co, my favorite coffee cup there, and used an Arctic Paper Studio foiled silver script to mark in Coffee Monday. I have then used a functional box from Stella Bow Sticker Co to mark in work. Actually, that script is also from Stella Bow Sticker Co as well. I've brought in some Simply Gilded, so all of the washi here is from Simply Gilded, and there's a variety. So you've got obviously the constellations in the pink, you've got some you've got one of the confetti tapes with the pink and the hollow silver. You've got the bows in silver over the blue polka dot. You've got the hollow silver constellations. You have the blue ones over here. So I've brought in a bunch of Simply Gilded tape, and I did also forget to mention that I brought in some header overlays. So the polka dot or confetti ones are from Manic Plans, and the floral ones are from Stella Bow Sticker Co. Back to what I was saying. So I've then also marked in that on Monday I came home and I've used a Stella Bow Sticker Co functional box with an Arctic Paper Studio scripting to mark that I watched Plan With Me is basically. I've then used some Stella Bow Sticker Co her custom print ones, so I have some custom ones for home and away, and I also have just her blank ones as well to mark that the block was on. And that was it for Monday. Pretty boring week this week, guys, to be honest. I might actually change that up too. I don't know whether I feel like it's a little bit out of place in comparison to everything else. Like it's the only piece of washi tape. Unless I put some like over here. I don't know, we'll see. Anywho, Tuesday, Stella Bow Sticker Co functional box, Stella Bow Sticker Co script. I've then also used one of the functional boxes from the glitter functional page that I used from Scribbleprints.co, just to mark in $2 Tuesday, and that scripting is from Stellabo. I've also used the Scribbleprints overlays here. So Scribbleprints, I've got Rose Colored Days, Scribbleprints, Rose Colored Days, and Scribbleprints, just to name a few. Funnily enough, guys, even though I said that I didn't have much going on, I've only actually marked in laundry once. I'll be doing laundry again today, but because I've pretty much taken up this whole day already, I'm leaving that space open for whatever may come up, just in case it's something interesting, and if not, I'll just chuck in a laundry script there. But to mark laundry, I've used my favorite little Wednesday planning washing basket and a silver foil laundry script from Manika Plans. I've then also used a little Coffeemonsterzco binge emoji to mark that I binge watched YouTube again that day. And then I've also marked in Home and Away and the block. Moving on to Wednesday, we had work. It was payday, and that is a little Fox and Cactus girl with a Stellabo Sticker Co script marking payday. I've then used, again, I've been using these a lot lately. I've used them this week. I used them last week, probably because I just discovered them again. Like, I found them, I hadn't used them for a while, and then I found them again, and I was like, you know what, I need to use them. So that's a little computer icon from Spencer and Jude, who have now reopened, and I will have linked below. And that was just to mark that I put in a super exciting order with Mumsy and Bub. I cannot tell you what it is yet because it's a surprise and I don't want to ruin the surprise. So I will wait, and then when the time is right, I will fill you in and I will show you what I ordered. But their Mumsy and Bub, they're like their customer service, like they were straight onto it. Like I ordered, I Instagrammed them, and they were on it. So definitely check them out, guys. I've then used my favorite little Sticker Thief Flower Girl to mark that I washed my hair that night. And again, guys, if you didn't know, or if you are new to my channel, I do PR for Sticker Thief, and you can actually check out the link below, and you can also use my PR code MELTHIEF to get 15% off your order. And then I've also marked in Home and Away, The Block, and The Bachelor. On to Thursday, my favorite day of the week. So Thursday we had work. I actually got an SMS from Optus that day to say that I could upgrade my phone early, which was super exciting because, again, we are going away next week, and I thought, fantastic, I can get a new phone. I don't have to worry about getting a new screen cover for mine, because my old one, I don't know if it will show on camera, but like it's all cracked. I chipped the phone. It's just like, it's old, it's ratty, and I didn't want to have to buy a new cover and a new screen protector if I was due to be upgrading. So when I got that message, I was super excited. And I went from work straight to the store to upgrade. When I got to the shop, I sat down and he's like, yep, just let me get your ID. Took out my ID, and then I had a revelation, and I was like, oh crap. And he's like, what? I'm like, my account's going to be in my maiden name. He's like, what? I said, well, I got married 12 months ago, but I've just started updating my name everywhere. Said, so my phone will be in my old name, not my new name, and my license is in my new name. And he's like, oh, that's fine. I just need some photo ID. And I'm like, oh yeah, cool. That's fine, because I have my old license as well. Looking through my wallet, gave him my new license. Could not for the life of me find my old license. And I was just like, wow. I usually carry it with me, but then I realized that it was actually left in my old wallet at my house on the bench. And he's like, oh, that's okay. You know, kept talking to me. I said, okay, so how does this affect the upgrade? And he's like, oh, it doesn't matter. And the way he was talking was like, it didn't matter that it was a different name, that I could still upgrade, but I wouldn't be able to change my name without a change of name document. Fast forward, and he actually said, well, no, we can't actually upgrade your contract until you've updated your name and until you can show me photo ID or change of name documentation. So this week was Aunt Flo week. I haven't marked that in yet, but naturally I was not in a great mood. I'd come all the way from work to Penrith, just upgrade basically. And then he had told me that I couldn't do it. So I had a bit of a tantrum. I said it was useless. I was like, this is pathetic. I had my Medicare card in my old name. I had my bank card in my old name. I had everything in my old name bar my license. And he's like, no, can't do it. So I kind of stormed out. Made a little bit of a dig of myself. Was definitely in a bad mood. And I was just like, yeah, no, I'm out of here. I then proceeded to have further of a tantrum and I got angry at my husband and we just, yeah, it was not a good night. So I've just put a little Coffeemonsterzco, not a Coffeemonsterzco, Once More with Love Munchkin saying why. And I've just noted down that I couldn't upgrade because I didn't have a change of name document. My husband then convinced me to stay. I wanted to go home because I was being a brat and wanted to sulk and go home. But he convinced me to stay for dinner. So we went and I had my favourite for dinner. There was a couple of other things that we did, but again, room was restrictive. So like we got a new dog bed that night for the dogs. My husband got a haircut. He bought me some texters so I could colour it in my new colouring in book that I haven't been able to use because I can't find my texters. And then I dropped him back to his car and he drove home. I drove home. When we got home, I was like, oh my God, I really need to do laundry because I had no clothes for the following day. And that's part of why I was also annoyed that I'd driven all the way to Penrith just for nothing, essentially. So I came home, chucked the washing machine on, and of course we were having those like ridiculous 90-kilometer winds. So we got home, I literally turned the washing machine on, started getting undressed so I could jump straight into a shower because I had a headache and I wanted to go to bed, and blackout. And I was like, oh great, you know, look, that's fine, it shouldn't be a problem. I put on the torch on my camera, on my phone, and I had a shower in the dark. Just as I got in the shower, the lights flickered back on. Like it was literally like a minute after they blacked out, the lights flickered back on and I was like, oh good, okay, let's turn the washing machine back on. But before I could even move from that spot, and literally like after that thought finished, blacked out again, but this time for real. So I had a shower in the dark. Hubby organised some tea lights, like he lit some tea lights, put them around the house. We brought the dogs in, fed the dogs, did all of that normal stuff that we would do. Sat on the couch for a little bit because even though after I got out of the shower, I really wanted to go to bed. I was like, oh, I really need the power to come back on because I really need to wash clothes. It didn't come back on, and we're like, if there's nothing we could, like my phone was almost flat. I had like 15% charge on my phone. He had like 60% charge, and we're like, if the power doesn't come back on, like we need our alarms to go off. We can't really use them now. My laptop had no charge. We couldn't use the TV, so we're like, let's just go to bed. So we went to bed, but the wind was howling and neither of us slept very well. So that I've used a little Debbie Downer from Marshmallow Studio just to mark that there was a blackout and we couldn't sleep. And then again, I marked in the TV shows, even though I couldn't watch them that night, those were the TV shows that were on. On to Friday. This one is blank because even though I thought I brought up my little car doodles that I wanted to use, they're not here. So that was just to mark that morning I actually dropped my husband to the station because he had a work function on Friday night, and rather than him driving and so that he could drink that night, I dropped him to the station. It resulted in me running late to work, but it is what it is. Then obviously because my husband was out that night, on the way home from work, I grabbed a burger and some chips, and I had those for dinner. I had a really early dinner because I get home from work at about 5:30, so I ate dinner at about 6, and that's just using the Burger Nom Girl from Sticker Thief shop. Then after I ate dinner, I watched a couple of Plan With Me videos, but I was just like, I'm not feeling it. I don't feel well. I'm tired. I felt a little bit sick. So I took my laptop upstairs into our bedroom and I laid down, and I had, even though I didn't feel good, I had some Maltesers. So I laid in bed and I watched Otherhood on my laptop, and I just have a little Once More with Love munchkin eating some popcorn to mark that. That's actually a YouTube sticker. Didn't even realize that. I'll probably change that later, but yeah, that was just to mark that I watched Otherhood in bed. And then when that was finished, I went to bed, and I've just marked that using a little sleep-in mask from Sticker Co. And then I got a call at 2:30 in the morning because my husband he'd gotten a train back to Penrith Station and gotten a cab charge from his work to get him home. So I woke up at 2:30 just to let him in the house and went straight back to bed. On to Saturday, I got up early. So I've just used a really old, I don't think she sells them anymore. She may sell a variation of them, but it's a really old script sheet from Planting Roses, to mark that I got up early. So my alarm clock went off at 8 o'clock. I got up, had a shower, had to shave my legs, drove into Penrith, got my eyebrows waxed, did all of that, you know, beauty therapy stuff. Yay. Straight from there, I went to a nail appointment to get my holiday nails, which I'm obsessed with because they are neon pink. And I've used a little Toffee Bananas, or now known as Paper Shire nail polish, and an Arctic Paper script there. That's also from Arctic Paper. After my nail appointment, I then went to a different Optus store. I was going to go to the same one because I was actually in that same location. And when I walked past, I saw the same guy that I'd spoken to on the Thursday night. And I was like, nope, I'm not going back in there. Luckily enough, we actually have another Optus store not far from there. So I went to that one, and I've used a little Monique Plans like icon, phone icon, to mark that I upgraded on that day. And I've now got the iPhone XS Max, and I love it. I got like a phone case, a wireless charger, screen protector, and I've got 60 gigabytes of data. So YouTube, come at me. Again, because I'm still yet to finish sorting out all of my icons, I don't have a little icon there yet, but that was to mark that when I came home I had a nap, because again, my head was throbbing. I'd not eaten. Like I said, I'd gone to bed at I went to bed at about midnight on the Friday, woke up at 2:30 to let my husband in, went to sleep, got back up at 8, ran around all day. So by the time I got home, and I'd not eaten, like from 8 o'clock to when I got home at, I think it was about 3:30, I'd not eaten anything. So I had some hot chips, and I felt like crap. So I went upstairs and I actually had a nap for about, I think, 2 hours or so, which was really nice. When I woke up, hubby went and picked up some Chinese for dinner, and we sat and we ate that. He finished watching football because his football game was on. And then we watched True Story, which is on Netflix, and it's with James Franco and Jonah Hill. Really interesting, really bizarre. Again, some not so pleasant themes, but definitely something you should watch, because again, it's one of those shows that you think you pin down the result or the answer, or you know who did it, and then it changes, and then you think you've pinned it down again and it changes again. So definitely not the ending that I thought it was going to be. So well worth a watch there. And then fast forward on to today. So we had a bit of a sleep in, so we woke up at 10:30. We sort of lazed around a bit, got out of bed at about 11. I got my usual cup of coffee, and then, well, okay, so sleep in script from Celebo, Tickled Pink Planning pillow. This little coffee cup, I'm not actually sure where it came from, because I actually got it in a D-stash from somebody, and on the sticker sheet it doesn't actually still say who it's from. But anyway, I've then got these two film edit upload boxes. They are both from Celebo Sticker Co, and that is to mark that I'm wanting to film 2 videos for you guys. But I am now rethinking that. I think I may only just do the one, and I'll do another one later on in the week before I go away. Just while we're on that, guys, just a forewarning, we do leave to go away next Thursday. So in terms of videos that are coming up, I'll have this one uploaded hopefully by tonight. I will then hopefully have a whole video uploaded at the end of next week, and then possibly another haul the week after while we're away. And then when I come back, I will hopefully film 2 rewind videos to bring us back up to date. But we will see. So just, yeah, limited videos over the next sort of 2 weeks or so. But I'm doing what I can. So I may only film 1, but I've got 2 there just in case. Then this afternoon I've used my Little Sticker Thief custom bunny in his Rabbitohs jersey to mark that football is on. So that's football, I mean my team is playing. And then I've left Sunday afternoon open. But that is it, guys. It's really weird because like I'm looking through the camera lens of my new, like, because I film on my phone and I'm looking and it just, I don't know whether it looks crisper or it looks worse. I don't know. I had a lot of issues with filming at the beginning too because I wanted to film on my old phone, but my old phone started playing up and the battery cut in and out, so I'm going to have to do some severe editing to get rid of that stuff. But the picture looks nice. It's a bit dull and dark because it's overcast-ish outside, but it is what it is. In terms of what I have left from the kit, I do have a little bit left. I mean, it's not the, like when you've got functional items that you can pull in from other stores to sort of finish out the kit, it's not too bad. But if you didn't have like that extra sheet, where is it? What am I missing? I'm missing another sheet somewhere. I've got so much mess all over the place, I don't know where it is. And I found my little cars. It's always the way. There's my little cars that I wanted. Let me put a little car down. But now I've lost my tweezers. Of course I have. Let's put in the little pink. No, because the... Put in a little blue car. Don't know where my tweezers are, so... There we go. Okay. Alright, so in terms of what I have left from the kit, so this is where the full boxes are, so ignore that because I brought that up from an old Wednesday planning kit. So I've got 2 of the small boxes there. Again, though, they might get used this afternoon. I've used all but one of the large boxes. I've got flat lays, page flags, all of the icons and like scripts with icons available. I've used obviously the bottom washi. I've used bits and pieces of the washi. I've used some of the headers, the date dots, some of the glitter headers, and that's it. So I've still got some leftovers, which is good. And then obviously, like I said, depending on what I use, I'll probably use a little bit more from the kit to finish up today. But that is it, you guys. If you are still here and watching, thank you for watching. Thank you for being a subscriber. If you are new here, thank you for joining the little Mellow Plans community. I feel like I have to come up with like a little cute nickname for you guys, but we will get to that one day. But yeah, super cute considering it's a mini kit and I was able to make it work. I really, really like it, and I think it's very much a change from obviously like last week's spread and even the week before. I've gone back to my like pink and purple, not pink and purple, pink and blue. And then next week I will likely use a wedding kit, and then the following week will be a holiday kit. And then winter's gone. Alright guys, I'm going to leave it here. Again, thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate all of your support. For those of you who are subscribed, love to you all. I will see you all in my next video. Bye for now, guys.